Syracuse, Minnesota, 2 o'clock Thursday in the Pinstripe Bowl. Minnesota's minus 9.5, totals 41 and a hook. Now, I do think the Gophers are going to have a tough time moving the football. They're going up against a strong Syracuse defense. And I'll tell you what, Minnesota's been little threat throwing the football really over the past couple of years. The Gophers threw for only 185 yards a game. They were actually in the bottom 20 in the country in passing. They're also facing a very tough Syracuse secondary who finished in the top 20 in defending the pass this year. Caleb Ochekwu and Marlowe Wax. Those guys led the pass rush with 11.5 sacks combined. Meanwhile, as a team, Syracuse covered against the likes of Clemson, NC State, and Purdue. Now, weather-wise, 43 degrees and breezy by game time. Comes to the total, Minnesota went 7-2 to the under in their last 9. Meanwhile, Syracuse saw 6 out of their last 9 stay under the total themselves. I'm going to lean towards Syracuse plus 9.5, under 41 and a hook. Next ball game, Oklahoma taking on Florida State, 5:30 Cheez-It Bowl. Florida State's minus 9, total 65. Now the Noles finished the year red hot, and they did win their final 5 ball games. They also had very little issue moving the football. They rushed for nearly 220 yards a game. They finished in the top 15 in the nation in total yards. Trey Benson averaged nearly 7 yards a carry, and he also scored 9 times. Now, the Noles are facing an Oklahoma team who allowed nearly 200 yards a game on the ground. They also finished 120th in total yards allowed. When it comes to covering the number, not many teams were worse than the Sooners. They failed to cover in 7 out of their last 9 ball games. Now, total-wise, 71 degrees and partly cloudy by kickoff. When it comes to the total, the Sooners saw overs against the likes of Texas Tech, Baylor, and Kansas. Meanwhile, FSU went 4-2 to the over in their last 6 themselves. Give me Florida State minus 9, over 65. Next game, Texas, Washington, 9 o'clock Alamo Bowl. Texas is minus 4, total 66. Now, the Longhorns did fail to cover in 3 out of their last 6. They had a tough time slowing down the pass. They had the 88th ranked passing defense in the nation. They're also facing a Washington team on the other side who throws for more yards a game than any other team in the country. Michael Penix, he threw for nearly 4,400 yards this year, along with 29 scores. Meanwhile, Rome Odunze and Jalen McMillan, they were both 1,000-yard receivers respectively. Now, as a team, the Huskies won their last 6 straight. When it comes to the injury report, Westover is questionable, Parker's out. Meanwhile, for Texas on the other side, Alexis and Liebrock are out. Now, when it comes to the scoring, 4 out of the Longhorns' last 5 did get over. Meanwhile, Washington went 75% to the over for the entire season. I'm going to lean toward Washington plus 4, over 66.